Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my doll room. Today I'm doing a review of Snow White and the Prince. And you probably say, well, you've already done a review of this doll set. Well, technically no, because this is the D23 version of that doll set that was released at D23 in 2013. So at D23 they usually release the same dolls that the general public gets, which D23 is a Disney fan convention that's very expensive to go to and very exclusive. So they only get exclusive merchandise there. And back in the day, whenever dolls didn't used to be so popular, they only released one exclusive at a time. And in 2013, they released a variant of the Snow White and the Prince doll set that was releasing that year for the Disney Fairytale Designer Collection. So I'm not sure why gold, I'm not sure why Snow White, but the only thing I can think of is that she was the first Disney princess, and out of the 5 that were released, she just seemed the one to get a variant color because she's the queen, the fairest of them all. So I'm just going to be doing a review of these. Since we've already really seen the dolls, I'm just going to be talking about probably just a lot of the color differences, and at the end we're going to do a quick comparison. So I know I usually start my videos with the slipcovers on, but this slipcover was so tight that I had to work with it to get it to come off. So I don't want to go back through that trauma again, so I'm not going to put it back on. But we're still going to look at the artwork. So this is the Snow White and the Prince D23 artwork, and it's like a red background, and it's basically the same exact thing. We'll do a quick comparison, but everything is given a gold tone, and or like a bronze or like a cream, and even the Prince's outfit that really didn't have a whole lot of detail, it's even more grayed down, even more golded, bronzed, whatever you want to call it. It's just a different tone. So it's the exact same thing, just has a twist. Down here is a sticker that designates this of being a D23 item, and it's very faint, but you can see there it says D23 official 2013. So that means that this was a D23 exclusive, and all D23 items get a sticker like that that says exclusive on it. So now they're not as big, but back in the day that sticker I guess used to be much larger. Down here it says Snow White and the Prince, and up here it says Disney Fairytale Designer Collection and says Snow White and the Prince. So here's the two next to each other. And as I said, it's just a matter of changing colors and making her look more exclusive in gold. So basically they took a lot of the just classic colors of Snow White and made them a lot more muted and more gold, bronze. I will say that Snow White in gold reminds me a lot of what she looked like on the original poster for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Before the film was released, she had a red and like a yellow goldenrod collar dress, so this actually looks a lot more like that. So maybe that's what it was going for. But here's just a comparison of the two, and as you can see there's not a whole lot of difference there. Here's the back of each slipcover, and here is where a lot of things kind of differ just in style. I have been reading the commentary at the top, and each of these dolls have different commentary for each princess. But it seems like they've taken the same commentary for Snow White and put it on the D23 version, but it's a different apple, and the D23 version does not include international languages because this was only sold in the USA at the D23 convention, so there was no need to add additional languages on there. You know, that doesn't mean that probably people in Europe or all over the world probably bought this doll. So that was an interesting touch. But it's the same exact details on both. And actually, in the pictures on the D23 doll, there's no color change. So it's the same thing. And I don't know why they didn't edit this to match what the actual doll is. So, but it talks about her romantic hair, side-swept hair, dramatic lace collar, elaborately embroidered bodice. Talks about her gown having layers, decorated with golden gemstones, lace detail, And then his luxurious cape and costume, puff sleeves, belt buckle. So this talks about all of the amazing details. And both of these retailed at their specific locations, $129.95. So yes, they were the same cost, but you had to be at D23 to buy this. And if you weren't there, then you had to pay more for her later because someone was probably selling her on eBay. And that's where I got mine. So it all matches right down to the very last detail there. It's really just a matter of color. Okay, so here we have the two doll sets together. And right away, they're displayed the same. For some reason, the prince on my side seems to be checking out the gold Snow White, the way his head is turned there. But it's really like, I think I keep saying this, it's just a matter of color and palette. So it's all the same dress, right down to the last stitch, last detail, but just different colors. So there's blue sleeves, gold sleeves, the red ribbons on one, the gold ribbons on the other. They both have red bows in their hair, and their face paint looks the same to me. I think this Snow White, the regular release, is a little more darker compared to this one, or it might be the same. The hair is the same. The bodices are different colors, so blue versus gold, but both dolls have the same golden embroidery on each. And her skirt is more cream, while the other one is more like a goldenrod. And there's all these little intricate little linings and details that just make the dolls so special. The prince really looks the same in terms of his face and hair. One just has that darker bodice, tunic, and the other has the blue one, the one that matches the film. They both have a white shirt on, and I think that their pants are different colors given the different color palette. And his cape is more redder, and this cape is more of a dull red. Or maybe it's the same. It's hard to say. It seems like his cape is redder, and then his cape is a little darker. So maybe even down to the capes that's different. And you can see that his sword is like a gray handle there, and then his sword is like a golden handle. So really, down to the very last detail, they are different. So taking a look from the side, I now decide that their capes are two different colors. It was hard to see before. And look at how different their swords are. So it's a gray sword versus a golden sword with more details on it, and their capes are pinned down exactly in the same places on both. And this Snow White looks like his boots kind of up her dress a little bit, so her dress is a little more poofed out, and this one is more sitting down. But I just thought it would be interesting to see this angle here. So both really beautiful doll sets. So here's the back of the boxes. They both say the same exact thing and have the same exact artwork up here. Snow White and the Prince, Disney Store exclusive. And down here is their certificates. This doll was limited edition of 6,000, and I looked at this in a previous video. But the D23 version was only limited edition of 600, so they only made 600 of these. And it says, let me see if I can see the font there. It's really hard to read. Okay, I think that says introduced, yes, at the D23 2013 Expo. This pair of limited edition dolls, Disney Fairytale, yeah, that's really hard to read. I apologize for that. I'm even having a hard time reading it. Okay, this pair of limited edition dolls featuring Snow White and her Prince is limited edition to only 600. Produced worldwide, each doll has been designed and carefully crafted by Disney Store artists to magically capture the beauty and romance of the classic film. We hope you will enjoy these heirloom dolls for years to come. and I got number 289 of 600. So I have the first half of the ones that were produced, so that's really fascinating. But wow, yeah, on the red background, that's really harder to read than the doll on the blue background. Okay everyone, that's all I have to show you here of these beautiful Snow White doll sets. I display them right next to each other in my doll room, so they're beautiful to look at and behold. On my Instagram I did a poll, and it seems like people prefer the original regular release, but honestly I think both of them equally fit in my heart as beautiful Snow White dolls. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. As always, stay tuned for my next Disney doll video. Bye!